August 14th, 2013. Rachel Maddow. Well, there's a piece of work. I'm surprised she has any people that really even listen to her, but I guess everybody has a group that follow them. She's trying to come out and say that, I basically compare conspiracy theorists to neo-Nazis. So, if you ever question the government about what they do, then I guess you're just like a neo-Nazi, or you're a neo-Nazi. This lady is just basically a mouthpiece for the government. I'm surprised at the end of the credits it just doesn't say, I'm employed by the United States government to speak and say whatever they want me to. 9/11, the Gulf War, the Boston bombing, the Vietnam War, all of this stuff people have questions about. And especially 9/11. I mean, come on, folks. They say that they're basically saying a plane hit the Pentagon. Well, I've seen a lot of plane crashes growing up on TV. First thing you see is wings and motors from the plane, or engines from the plane, debris, seats, all kinds of stuff, wheels. And they got a little hole in the Pentagon that blowed the side out, and it blowed from the inside out. No wings, no plane, no motor, no nothing. And they want us to believe that a giant 737 came flying through full of fuel and hit this building. And I'm just amazed that people bought into two gigantuous buildings that were designed to withstand one of them, probably almost a 7 or an 8.0 earthquake. Gets a fire at the tops of them, and they all just decide to crumble in straight down like a designed explosion. And everybody's supposed to believe that 2 airplanes did that. Now, of course, 2 airplanes hit them. We all seen that, but we didn't see the Pentagon get hit. Not with a plane. But to say that the planes brought down these buildings from a fire, I'm just amazed anybody buys that story. And there's countless witnesses, countless people that heard all kinds of explosions prior to it falling down, designed explosions inside the building that went on and on and on, and then it went down, just like a dynamite charge going off. So, this lady here, if you believe in God, you're basically a conspiracy theorist. If you like guns, well, you're a wacko. Basically just anything that comes down to grassroots thoughts and your lifestyle of living like a true American, this lady hates. And people ought to just ban her show. I mean, she brings nothing to the table. I think she's an admitted lesbian on top of it, so why ain't I surprised? I'm surprised she doesn't have a full beard. And I'm just getting sick of these kind of people, and these people are rampant in the media. They got one thing on their mind, and their agenda is to basically preach to the blind and lost and asleep people, and anybody that stands up and questions them, well, you're a neo-Nazi. Well, you know what? You're an Obama lover, lady, and you love the government, and you preach their, whatever you want to call it, out to the people. And we're all supposed to believe whatever you say. Well, we don't believe what you say. There's a lot of us out there. And, I consider it an honor for you not to like us. Because, you know what? That tells us that we're starting to get to you. I tell you, a couple other things while we're talking about conspiracies. Just something for you guys to all think about. Is it a conspiracy to wonder why FEMA just wanted to, here about 4 or 5 days ago, decided to try to order up all the emergency food supplies, dehydrated foods and MREs? Is that a conspiracy theory? I mean, they've got it documented. It's documented all over headlines, not just from people out in the cornfields that decide to want to ask questions. Talking major media outlets, they got proof of their orders. Is it a conspiracy theory to wonder why we're seeing convoys all over the United States? In the convoys, most of them having generators and supply trucks all heading to the hills, basically? Is it a conspiracy theory to wonder why the government's printing $100 billion a month in fake money to keep this country on life support until one day they decide they can't do that anymore and it's dead? And I wonder if it's a conspiracy theory to wonder why all the nations of the world are gathered around and surrounding Israel and would like to destroy it. And we think that they're all there just to have a meeting. Why they're bringing all the warships and planes and Israel's supposed to sit there in the middle and not say anything. And if you say anything, you're some wacko. I wonder if it's a conspiracy theory if you studied the Sun Lady and found out that right now it's doing a pole reversal. Now the media is always saying, well, they've said that this happens every 11 years. Well, I got a question. You know, I've been here about 50 years. It's the first time I've ever heard of the Earth or the sun having pole reversals. Not saying it hasn't, but I'm just saying they act like it's no big deal. It just happens all the time. But meanwhile, some people at NASA are saying, well, this could affect the whole universe. Well, that might affect the Earth a little bit. And is it a conspiracy theory to wonder why we're having mass animal deaths by the thousands daily across the world? And to question the government why this is going on? And I wonder if Fukushima in Japan is spewing out, 300 tons of nuke water in our ocean daily, and it's been going on for the last 800 days. Is it a conspiracy theory to wonder, is that stuff killing everybody over here in the air and in the sea? Are we all getting affected by it? The death rates went up about 12% since the earthquake in Japan in 2011. I wonder if all these things are conspiracy thoughts, or they're just, I'm just kind of old-fashioned. I just like to know what the truth is. Sure not getting it from this lady. She's got one thing on her mind: spew anti-crud about people who ask questions and work strictly for the government. I'm sure she'd be one of the first ones to get her interview with our president, the way she communicates to her dead public that she witnesses to. I'm just about tired of these kind of people. And these people here, the way to get them is just not watch their stations at all. And hopefully their ratings will drop to nothing. Well, she's just about there. And they end up closing up shop. We're not going to shut up, lady. We're going to keep asking questions, and we're going to keep posting stories. And we're not going away. And you don't like it, that's just too bad. There's a lot of things going on, guys, right now with the world, with animal life, with the military, with the collapse of our economy, which is just at an any day moment that this could happen. I mean, they're not going to be able to keep printing money forever. 17 trillion is what we owe just in the U.S. national debt, but we owe, basically the United States owes 50 trillion plus. They're in that much in debt right now. So there's no humanly way any of this is ever going to be able to be paid back. I mean, we crossed the line in 2008 after our collapse. And the only thing that's kept this thing alive is, like I said, printing money. And you know, if people don't believe me when I say that, then go find out what the Federal Reserve, what kind of powers they have. They use the name Federal Reserve like they're part of the government. They're a private-owned organization, not ran by the government. They're the most powerful group of individuals that are privately owned that run this country. So when you think your funds are backed by the FDIC and all that in your bank, if they go collapse, think again. Because when they go collapse this time, it's going to be basically the whole United States and a global thing. So nobody's going to get paid anything. You know, the money that you have in your hands are fake numbers written on pieces of paper. And every day that they print this money is basically, well, they're worthless. They become more worthless and more worthless every day. So, yeah, I guess I'm a big conspiracy theorist. You know what? That's fine. I'll take that title. I'm not a neo-Nazi. I hate neo-Nazis. First of all, I don't like skinheads. I don't like neo-Nazis. I don't like the KKK. I don't like any of those guys. And to group our group of people throughout the United States that ask questions, you're a disgrace, lady. So anyway, August 14th, 2013, you guys have a great day.